Alright guys, how's it going? I'm going to show you how to theme your own custom ROM today. So you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need to download the 7-zip program, and you're going to need to download the GIMP program. Both of those are free, so you can go ahead and pause the YouTube video and go down those real quick. Alright, if you already have those, you're going to need a ROM to dissect and to theme yourself. So, as you can see, I'm downloading mine right now. I got it off XDA Developers, and I just went ahead and got the stock ROM. So, here's a screenshot of what it looks like. I'm going to show you how to edit like these icons up here, the 4G, the status, the battery. But I'm waiting on it to download, and I'm at about 50%. So, what I'm going to do is show you on a ROM I already have. So you're going to open up 7-zip. You're going to go find the ROM you have. That's why the desktop is the easiest place for it, because you're going to spend a lot of your time just on the desktop. So you're going to double click it. You're going to double click System. Then you're going to open up the framework, and you're going to have to scroll down because this file is down a little. It's the framework/res.apk file. So you're going to double click that one, and then you're going to open up the res file, and all of these drawable files right here. Oh, double clicked. All these drawable files right here are going to be the ones you can edit. So you can see I've already got one of the drawable HDPI files out. All you do, you just grab it from here and then you pull it out. It decompresses it and makes it so you can read it. And this first one, you're just going to find basically the default wallpaper and then a bunch of other things that you can't edit. So if you want to set a default wallpaper with your ROM, you can do it that way. And then right over here, the main one you're going to spend most of your time in is your drawable HDPI folder. This one you're going to find all the check marks, you know, button check on but disabled, on disabled and focused, on and pressed. This is how you change all the colors for every little action that you're doing. Oh, and right here is also the default wallpaper, so you might want to change it in both of them. Right here we've got the system's little smiley faces that are used in the messenger. We have got the blank contact pictures. These are going to be used on your lock screen. I'm sure you're familiar with these, so you can go in and edit those. Change them to any lock or unlock tab. Let me make this larger. I'm going to scroll down a little more and get my finger on the keyboard. These are going to be your jog tabs. I accidentally rotated them earlier, so whenever you first look at these, let me hit Shift, rotate, ignore this step. But whenever you get in here first, these are going to look like this. So you can go through and edit those. I'll show you that real quick. If you have GIMP, then you'll have to go to open with, where the hell is, well, you can't do it with more than one. Open with, choose default program, and then go ahead and set that on GIMP because you're going to use it a lot. So you're going to double tab on that, or double click, and then once it opens, you can see you've got your little jog tab unlock slider. So you're going to hit, I'm going to open this for you up here. I didn't mean to hit the lasso, but I'm going to go ahead and use all these functions right here. I'm going to use the Control-N, the Control-Alt-O, Control-Shift-Save, just because it's a hassle for me to go up there and bring down the menu. So I'm going to do Control-Alt-O, or open, whatever, and open up a new tab, and I'm going to scroll up, and this is the easiest way to make the new unlock icons, is to select the unlock icon. So this way, you know exactly where that icon is going to be. Make sure you click back on the background tab over here, or just click it. So this way, you can edit your own tag, or whatever slider, whatever you wish to call it. You can make it just a blank line, or you can get it like one of those. You can go through and import other pictures, or you can just leave it blank. So that way your lock screen will just show this, the unlock one, and then whichever one is on the other side. So I'm not going to save that because I just use Widget Locker and I'm too lazy right now. But that's how you edit those, and then you don't have to bring in the unlock icon that I did from up here. That's just a good idea so you know in which general area that's going to appear on your screen, because it's always going to load in that one spot. And then as we scroll down a little further, you're going to see the little loading symbols. These all load in order, so when you edit them, make sure they all line up, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. So I'm going to scroll down a little more, and here are the batteries. Let's see, I'll choose this one. Now, one problem with GIMP is whenever you open it, like you open one of these compressed files, it won't let you do any color modifications to it at first. Like, let me choose green. And I'll zoom in, and let's say I wanted to make that a green X in there. Oh, it's still red. So I'm going to hit Control-Z to undo. Now, the easiest way to get around this is to minimize GIMP first of all, and you'll click on it once, and then you'll come down here and you'll get this size. So it's going to be 22 by 38 for this file. So I'm going to open up GIMP, and I'm going to do Control-N, which will open up a new image. And I'm going to make the image size 22 by 38, and I'm going to hit OK. And then the first thing it gives you is the image size 22 by 38. You're going to want to delete that because right now it's a white background. And you're going to want to open up a new transparency background. So this way, whatever's in the background of that battery is going to be invisible. So now you're going to do Control-Alt-O, and you're going to go through and find that battery. So let me find stat system battery. Past it. 0. Okay, so now this way you can add color. So I'm going to hit undo. GIMP also has a couple other options, so instead of having to try and trace all the outlines or trying to paint it, because there are a lot of different things that can go wrong, you can hit colors up here, go down to hue saturation, and click it. Make sure you got the preview button clicked down here. Usually once it's set once, it'll never unset. So this way you can change the colors to whatever you wanted. This is the easiest way to modify all the colors in your ROM. But I like the 0 to be red, but I'm not going to save this since I've already edited it. But this way you can tell, let me click on it. I've already gone through and made all the battery symbols blue. And then I'm sure you've noticed whenever you plug your USB in, you've got that ugly little green Android with the USB logo on him. I went ahead and changed it on this one. All you do is just open it and then just draw a new picture or, wrong thing. Minimize. You can go on and you can basically just Google search a new image or a new icon, which is what I did here. I didn't mean to open it with GIMP. But yeah, I just found a nice USB icon I liked. Let me close it and show you what I did to it. Let me minimize this recorder. Alright, I'm going to hit preview. So this is what it looks like when it's plugged in instead of having the red Android. And then whenever you hit connect, it looks like a green light comes on saying that it's connected. So that's what I've got going on for mine. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now and let you guys go through, or if you want to pause the video, but I'm going to stop it for a second and go through and edit my own stuff. So go ahead and hit play once you're done, and I'll show you the next step after here. Alright guys, once you're done editing all these, and you've gone through and you've changed, like, let's say the background color, the status bar, and everything. Actually, I wanted to do something real quick. Status bar, item background. Status bar. This is one I needed to change. Oh, that's the other one. Okay. So, status bar. Wait. I don't know. I'm really confused right now. Okay, this is the one I need to edit real quick and make black. So, I'm just making this black, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it in paint. Actually, that's going to take too long. Okay, open. I forgot about this, or I would have finished it real quick before I made it on and started recording. Okay. Save. Close. Okay, and then this was the one. I had them backwards, sorry. I'm just talking to myself. None of these things I told you about. This one right here is going to be the background, I believe, whenever you scroll down. So, like whenever you open your notifications, that background. So, image, canvas size, and then your phone is 480 by 800. So I'm just going to make this 800 by 800. And then I probably should have hit center. There we go. Alright, so now Control-Alt open. And then I've got a nice picture I downloaded earlier that I wanted to use as my background. And I believe it was that one. There we go. Alrighty, so status bar background, close, save, export. Alrighty, close. Status bar background on crest, header, background normal. Alright, so now if you're done editing everything like I did that, I've got the system signal, and I've edited the Wi-Fi signal to go the opposite direction. So you're just going to click the first one, you're going to scroll down, and you're going to shift and click the last one. Then you're going to go down here and have 7-zip open up in a half window. And you're going to basically drag from there into there. Hit OK. Now, if you're done here, you'll want to go back and open the drawable land, because here's a shortcut for you. If you went through and you edited these, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know, I've made so many videos I don't remember which one I said what in right now. But you're just going to grab all of these, the job tabs, from this one right here, all the way down to this one. It's going to look a little different because I forgot to rotate them. But you're going to grab all of them, and you're going to rotate them counterclockwise. Because like I said, that's what your phone does when you open it. It just rotates the screen. So now all these should be pointing up and down, and then you'll just drag all those down into there. But you only have to do that if you messed with the image. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and delete the drawable HDPI, because we're going to pull out another one in a minute. I'll hit yes. You're going to want to go back, and it's going to ask you if you want to update it in the archive, and hit yes. If you hit no, it gives you a little problem. So you're going to go back again. Now we're going to go into the apps, and this is where you'll find all the apps. So real quick, I'm going to go through and remove some bloatware like the Amazon, Finance, Shopper, Translate, MyTrack, StarDroid, Earth, what else is in here? That's why I like this 7-zip program. You can get in and edit things really easily. So, listen, because if you've got, darn it. I'm going to delete the Listen app, because if you've got, where did it go? L comes before M, doesn't it? Okay. Listen. Delete. Yes. Live Magic Maps Updater. My account network. Photo Bucket. I don't use it, so I'm deleting it. And also Twitter I don't use, so I'm deleting it. Okay, now how to edit that main launch screen or your home screen. You're going to go back and you're going to find the launcher. It's going to be named different things for different ROMs, but for this one it's launcher. So you're going to open up resolution and you're going to pull out this fun drawable HDPI folder again. And I'm going to show you a quick shortcut. Okay, these three images right here, are the main bottom screen hub that hold all your icons, at least in this ROM. So as you can see, they're only about like 22 or 22 by 68, which doesn't make them a really wide file. They're really thin, so when it opens them, it stretches them. I'm not sure what the pixel info is that it stretches it to, but I've got a nice image here that I want to use, and I don't want it to be shrank or stretched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this back up, and I'm going to make both of these a nice, all of them actually a decent amount of width. So if your phone's about 480, I'm probably going to make these 200 and make this one 80. So I'm going to open this one, and let's see, I'm going to right click, I'm going to do image, canvas size, and I'm going to make, you got to uncheck it, so make sure you do that, otherwise it makes it really big and really tall. So 200 by the normal 68, and I'm going to hit resize. And this one, got to keep track of which side is which. This one is the left side. So let me enter a new layer. Oops, or delete the old layer. And let's see if it'll let me add in the picture real quick, or if I have to go back and edit it. So let's see. Alright, it will. So this one's the left side. First thing I want to do is, well, it looks like my image is too small. Let's see, my image needs to be 480. So let me just delete this step, go back and minimize, and I'm going to actually have to stretch the image itself real quick because I don't have it sized right. So image, open with this one, since it's a picture, isn't opening with GIMP normal. Okay, get this out of the way. Image, canvas size. Yep, it's not set to 480. So you can leave it checked or unchecked for this one because you're just going to be scaling the whole image. Okay, and I'm going to hit center and resize. Now I'm going to do layer, and I'm going to do scale layer because I have to scale the layer now, since earlier I was just changing the image background. So now that that's done, I'm going to hit save, and now everything's a whole lot bigger. So I can close this and I can save it. Save, and now I want to go back up here to my hot seat and Control-Alt open, and I want to pick that picture again, which is the blue. So now I'm going to take it and move it up into this corner. Alright, and you want to make sure you're right on the edge to do this the easy way, which it looks like I am. Okay, so I'm going to save this for now because I've got a couple other steps to do. Okay, minimize, and I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to choose the center. Okay, I can minimize that. And image, and I'm going to scale this, and because the middle one is so small, I said I was just going to make it 80 since the outsides are each going to be 200. So now I can delete this and then Control-Alt open, and I'm going to choose this blue item again. Now the tricky thing about this is you are going to want to, let's see, you got to remember to line it up. Okay, so with that lined up in that corner, you got to come over here. You're going to pay attention to your number down here, and you got to find 280, and right here is 280. So you're going to click that, and you're going to drag it over so that this way, when you open them up, next to each other when the computer does or your phone does, they're all going to be lined up. Right there, I think. Let me zoom in to make sure that I got it on the right height. And I do. Okay, so now I can close and I can save this hot seat, which is going to be the center one. And now I can open the file back up and I can go to the right side. And I'm going to make it 200 also. So, image, canvas size, uncheck, make it 200. And resize. Get this out of the way. I don't know, GIMP's got a problem with that. So, there we go. Okay. Oh, too much. Now I'm going to delete this layer, and the last one's always the easiest. Control-Alt open, desktop or wherever your picture is. Double click it, and then you're just going to drag it to this top right corner, and if you did your math right, everything should line up in the end. So I'm going to close, I'm going to save. Save. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to open up a new one, which is just going to be blank. And 640 is fine on the width because you just need it to be 480. So now I'm just going to open up these hot seats and let me find the drawable HDPI. So first I'm going to grab the left one and I'm going to pull it over here. Control open, and then I'm going to open the center one since it goes next. And you're going to want it lined up. You can always hit the background button over here to make sure, since if you're hitting one of these, you can see the outline. So Control-Alt open, and then the right side. Ah, crap. Undo. Now I'll grab the right side. And right down a little more. Sorry, I'm doing this on a laptop and the mouse sucks. Alright, now I'll hit the background, and this is what my dock bar is going to look like. Of course, I'm going to go through and then I'm going to like round the edges a little and add a little shading, but this way I've got a nice textured dock bar instead of that ugly plain gray. So this I just did this to give you a preview. So I'm going to close it and I'm not going to save it because it was just an untitled document. So I'm going to stop the video right now and let you guys work on your own, and I'm going to finish mine up. And then I'm going to show you how to put it back in the ROM, and then we're going to load it on our phones and have a wonderful day. But I'm going to pause the video for now. Okay, I've gone through and I've added a little shading onto my, if I can get this to work, there we go, Control and open, onto my dock bar. So I'm going to open the left one first. And I didn't get too fancy with it. So, okay, center. I think it's up some. Come on, just a hair. Damn it. There we go. And then Control open, right side. Okay, so this gives you a rough idea of what your dock bar is going to look like. Now, if you also wanted, you could open up your icons. So here's what the left one is going to look like. So you'll just want to grab it and pull it over there. And it's going to pretty much center itself. Control open, the right hot seat. It's going to be right around here. And then there should be an all apps one. Let me find it. Normal. And then you can go through and edit these ones too. But this is what it's going to look like on the base of your phone. Or, you know, however you edit it. But this is what mine's going to look like. So I'm going to close this because I'm done showing you. I'm going to close GIMP because for today I am done showing you how to edit. So right now you're going to take these three and you are going to put them into the drawable HDPI folder. Oh, forgot to open it. So you're going to put those three in there and you're going to hit yes. And now another thing you're going to want to do is put whatever you edited into the land folder. But once again, this one's got a shortcut because it only needs these three items. And let's see, left. I'm making sure I did it right. Let's see, rotate counterclockwise and left is pointing down. So yeah, I did it right. So all you have to do is rotate them counterclockwise and then come out here and grab those three out of the land or HDPI and put them into land. And hit yes. And then you can delete pretty much anything you've used, but I'm just gonna delete it. Screw it. Then you can hit back, and it's gonna ask you if you want to update it, and you'll hit yes. I'll show you a couple other update videos probably later on this week. So I'm just gonna go back, and it's all right there. So I'm gonna shut off the video. But I'm going to go ahead and put this onto my phone. So I'm going to hit stop, and then I'm going to get you a screenshot from my webcam of the phone booting up before I have to leave for work. Alright guys, like promised, I was going to boot up my ROM. As you can see, I did not change the lock screen. It's still got that ugly lock screen on there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock it, show you that you can see I changed the bottom bar down there. I've got the blue battery. Try and aim it so you're not getting such a reflection. And I've got a new background for the status bar background. And then also I'll probably post a video later on showing you how to change like the messaging icons. Also in the messenger you can change the bottom. You can't really see crap on here, but what are you gonna do? Either way, I showed you a quick rough draft of how to edit. It's just a matter of getting used to it, so go make your own, and if it messes up, just always keep a spare ROM that you haven't touched. Do a fresh wipe and a fresh install, and try it again.